Okay, so today breaking down artist DIRTYIRON. Here one of his work. I have a couple requests, so finally here's this tutorial. Let's check here. So first, let's see one by one each aspect. So first let's see materials. What art materials he used in his work. So he uses brush pen like Kim Jong-gi. Here we can see. So it's brush pen. Sometimes it's a G pen, but I'm sure he also using like fine liners, because sometimes the line is very fine, like yeah, this one is kind of like fine liners, line quality. So three main materials. It's brush pen, Copic markers. Hello, Dorian. And G-pen. And maybe sometimes fine liners. Oh, cool. Yeah, good. So then let's say line. So kind of like a line. I don't know much what to mention here. Very standard. So basically it's just like you consider like a very fine line, then thick line, transition from fine to thick. I don't know, it's like I'm not very calligraphy guy, kind of. Yeah, let's link this. It's better with G pen. And sometimes you have just like black spots, black shapes. More interesting here, it's tone. And I'm sure he using here this four value system, like in Andrew Loomis' book. So let's show you. So here, Andrew Loomis' book, Creative Illustration. I recommend. It's really cool. Creative Illustration. Whoa. Creative Illustration, Andrew Loomis. So we go to 89 page. So here he suggests this very useful, very cool theme, like just four values. So we basically have like main values like white and black, so it's like most bright and most dark, and two gray values, light gray and dark gray. And what is interesting point here, he say logic behind this, it's actually like when we consider light and shadow. So imagine like here is the thing, and it's always kind of like light and shadow area interaction, kind of interchange, right? So then when you paint, you make light area to use this white and light gray, and shadow area will be dark gray and black. So in his say especially it's important that dark gray should be like close to black. So it's like it should be like little jump between light and dark gray. So you see they're kind of significantly different. Light gray is close to white and dark gray is close to black. You see? So this kind of very interesting, important moment. Because kind of he's saying in this theory of shading, it should be like serious, like contrast between light and shadow area. So then it will work. So it's very different from other system when we have like a three value system is like you have white, black and gray. This three value system actually became 9 value system because look, you have like light, dark and middle. So white, gray and black. And then there is actually subdivision. So each third is subdivided into other three. So now we have light, light, and middle light, and dark light. And then here again it's like light, middle, 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 and dark, middle. And light, dark, middle, dark, dark, dark. So you just Google, you can take it from Google, this 9 value system. So this 9 value system is like more realistic, like when you want to paint some kind of like realistic painting and you just have this scale, 9 value scale, you can like name every value in your work. So 9 value, it's kind of cover all possible values in your picture because like you don't need more than 9. If there's some more than 9 value, you just can like average it down to certain value. So you have like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So you can say like 1 is the white, 9 is the black, and then there is like in between. So you can always, after some practice, you can just name, you can point in the value and say it's 8 or it's a 7. So it's just like a very like a general tonal language, like for artists. But this 4 value, which Andrew Loomis said, kind of give you, right? What is the difference? 4 value is more like how to create value composition. So it's more limited amount of values. Instead of 9, you have 4. So this limited amount of values specifically for use for value composition, for tonal composition. So if you use 9, it's like you almost don't use any creative approach. You have too much values, too much tones. And because 3 will be too limited, 9 is too much. So 4 works perfectly, and like then you start to see like every artwork with a clever tonal composition is actually using like 4-tone value system. Like even in the movies, for example, like just watch any good movie, like I don't know, like Alfred Hitchcock, some movie, this one. How's this called, this movie where it's like in the shower, like I just forgot this right in this moment. So you will see these 4 values there, just white, light gray, dark gray, and black. So here, On the next pages, he gives some example of this. So you can practice, make studies to break down references into 4 values. Yeah, Bill Gates Hotel by this one. So what is yeah, he actually here shows this like 8 value. So anyway, so 4 value. What is also important here? Psycha, yes. So you see, it's like with this 4 tone, he say like here is like 4 common situations of a tonal composition. So when we have like background of this, like it can be background white, light gray, dark gray, or black background. And then you can compose these 3 other tones, 3 other values within this background. So and then you can just look for picture. And let's say I already organize dirty iron illustrations by these 4 types. So for first type, this one we have white background. So we see kind of like a dominant, or is in the background is a white value, or like this one, right? So then we have light and dark gray in the center and some black spots. Then second type, when is gray background, so here, second type, like this one, for example, right? So it's definitely like we can say it's light gray as a background. Then we have some dark gray for this shape silhouette of a building, some white accent and a black accents. Okay, so then we look number 3 type is a dark gray as a background, as a dominant, this one. So dark gray. So then you see now we have like light gray and white as the accents and a black. So kind of maybe this one is dark. Yeah, see. Not sure this one for sure. I will say it's number 3 type. So we have dark gray as a background. Then within this dark gray, some pulsation kind of a light gray and white in the center. Again, here, look, definitely dark gray. Then some like this ditches gaps is a light gray with a white and some black accents. So if you like how they teach us in our school before smartphones, we don't have filters, we cannot photo with black and white, so we just like squint. So it's just like you squint and like say what is the general spots kind of without any details. Just blur it. Just blur it and you see like as an abstract composition like this, just different value shapes. Same here, you see like dominant is dark gray, then we have light gray, white, like this foam is a white. He obviously use some white gouache or ink and the blacks. So and then number 4, it's a black as background, then light gray, dark gray, and white here. So it's kind of like interesting, important moment, and so I again this Loomis everybody should have at home. Just buy this Loomis creative illustration. Так, so let's go next. Let me check comments. Так. How can I tell in a reference is a curvilinear or fisheye perspective? It's kind of fisheye is subcategory of a curvilinear perspective. So curvilinear perspective is just you make curved perspective grid. You can do it for no reason. It's like you just make 3 axes curved. That's it. This is curvilinear perspective grid. Fisheye, it's like necessary to be curvilinear because there's like curved axis going to vanishing points. So fisheye, it's subcategory of curvilinear perspective. You offer some of the best lessons on YouTube. There's yeah, cool. Thank you, Silent Observer. Glass Dwarf. Yeah. Psycho. Yeah, I discover it's like very cool to watch Alfred Hitchcock movies. You see so many like source of memes, like how many I didn't realize how many movies being referenced in Alfred Hitchcock. And there's like you just like always will enjoy quality of a picture, just like as a visual art. It looks amazing, like costumes, composition. It's so beautiful. So tone, then a color, right? So as I say, for color he use Copic markers, and kind of here's not much about color. It's just, I don't know how to say. It's like just use like low saturated, not like extreme color. Even this one, if you think it's like very colorful, but not much. It's like most saturated here is only this yellow and blue. Other one, like you see all this, they're very kind of faint, very low saturated. Like here, super low saturated yellow. So it's just like flats over gray tonal composition. So he kind of like make flat colors. Nothing extremely special here. So then process. So process, he posts himself. I think it's kind of like even like tag post in his Instagram. So he just posts literally like telling his process. It's just like another evidence of how lazy people aren't. Just they don't Google artists. Like if you like artists, go and Google, watch every link he have, open every page you can open with his work, and you can like collect everything to some pure ref file, or like choose any way how to gather information with him in one place. Maybe make folder for in Firefox, or put in links in a Word document. So don't be lazy. So here I find this note from him about process. So he says like first he make like very raw sketch of idea what he want, some image kind of in his head, like here's some kind of cave, here's some dude walking. Nothing like extremely difficult. It's not like difficult perspective here, just 1 point perspective without even perspective grid, just some kind of general principles of conversion kind of, right? So then he say he changed idea from being some characters walking, he changes like characters camping. So when he start to make line art in the final form, so you see this was like a small thumbnail, very raw, and then here he take second step, he take like final format. So if your thumbnail can be some cheap paper, like small size, just to get general composition. Then you take like big size, which you want for final work, like A4, A3, whatever, right? So you can start work on details. So he started to draw details with a pencil and ink, and he realized kind of it should be something more interesting, and he make it like a camping site in this tunnel. And so here is the final ink. Like I say, we have light lines, like thin lines, thick lines, and the black spots. You see, so it's like, it's also kind of helpful. Keep in mind, it's like you should translate every artist into abstract ingredients. So here, abstract ingredients is this line inline art is a 3 type of marks. So one type is a thin line, second thick line, and third it's black spots, kind of black spotting or black shapes. So you see, then he make digital tonal composition. So he was just kind of figuring out how to make it traditionally. So you see, it's like third or second type of tonal. So we have gray or dark gray as general, and then he take Copic and replicate this tonal composition in on a paper with the Copic markers. And if this one was just like not very so much certain, here is very clear distinction of two type of gray and white and black. So generally, like we have this. Okay, so process, then features and style. So I will do a tutorial about how to develop your style. And I think like developing style starts from understanding styles of your favorite artists. It's kind of very crucial, first of all, is to research and collect your favorite artists. Because like what you like to do always have roots in the work what you like to watch as a viewer, right? Like because before you start to make, you've been influenced by something. You're not born with idea of become artist. You first you've seen somebody work and it inspire you to create. So subconsciously you wish to recreate this quality of work that ignite you, which kind of inspire you to be artist. So as adult, as a reasonable person, kind of, right, it's very beneficial just go back, like turn your attention into this, just to say understand this inner mechanic, what drives you, right? So when you research this artist, I will make video kind of tell you how I think you should analyze and what you should look from your favorite artist, because this what you will do later in your work. So, and again, like I say, I believe everybody do same stuff. Everybody go in the same path, kind of mechanically, but you can do it consciously. And is we're talking here about learning. Learning, it's about being more efficient, so you save your time, kind of, so you can learn faster, kind of develop your style and stuff. Hello, Kuna. Так, so, and here kind of like if very short and brief. It's like if we watch in general like Dirty Iron work. So what we can say, it's kind of like a flavor and genre. So it's some kind of like a horror, sci-fi, noir. So he kind of like play with this genre. So let's say sci-fi, noir, like retro, and horror. Yeah. So you see, what is mean? Like each genre have conventions, so you can go and just like scheme, take all conventions from your favorite genre, like which is the typical characters in horror, in noir movies, in sci-fi. Who is typical character? So sci-fi can be like um, it's like this space warrior, space trucker, or some kind of like how's this guy from Star Wars who been like illegal trader, something else. Forget his name. Or bounty hunter in the space. Then in noir, you are like some kind of detective guy, or some um, this lady, uh, vamp lady kind of, right? So like looking into your favorite genre, you already can get some useful material, because it will be like silly to go outside of your favorite genre if you want to do it. Do what is study conventions and follow these conventions. Otherwise, you do it wrong, kind of. Steampunk. Yeah, maybe steampunk. I don't know much steampunk, but I don't know where is steam here. Maybe some kind of like feeling of steampunk. I don't know. But if talk here also, you can notice like more artists you study, you can also notice influences. So it's like, of course, like here, like number one for me, I will say it's Mobius. Then I see Tsutomu Nihei, like a Blame or B Omega, something like that. Then probably like there, I'm not sure about sequence. Let's make it up. Kim Jong-gi can see definitely. Так, what else? Maybe some artist I don't know who been inspire him. Like this one I see. Okay, this is definitely um, Miyazaki, right? So he kind of makes some kind of nasty, okay, nasty reference to Mononoke. No, not Mononoke. Nausicaa. Mm. So, and then it's like more you like have this kind of encyclopedic knowledge of art culture and just like different artists. More you actually you can like break down like any artist, like, and you can see like everything. It's like there is a video on YouTube, like guy call it like everything is a remix. So basically, like nobody create from empty space. It's like everything being influenced by something else. So you eventually can see like everything here, like from material type of approach, how like his decisions, everything, it's being borrowed from other artists. So in general, this is how it works. Just you should to be aware of it. That's why I say it's important to go and look directly. Don't try to be like smart ass who know better than everybody, right? So then, so this is like a genre, right? But then can also talk about flavor. I don't know which word better for this. Some kind of like a flavor. It's also called tone. So what is a tone? So it's like kind of like a taste, right? Everybody have different taste. So me personally, I don't like this kind of tone because it's like, okay, let's say this one, like perfect example. So this look like disease, right? So it's like this is a reference for some kind of disease, like I don't know, like um, it's like corpse. It's a cadaver. It's not alive. It's some kind of rotting corpse. And all his works have this sick kind of rotten tone, like decay and rot. So this is talking about like taste and the flavor kind of, right? So he just like to explore this kind of quality. So it look like kind of like guts and all this stuff. If like talking like for comparison, just put like imagine like from your memory like Miyazaki and Moebius. Moebius he have this like kind of psychedelic kind of like sexual perverse flavor, and the Miyazaki he have some kind of I don't know how to say like also like psychedelic, but like children book kind of flavor, you know, some very pure kind of and clean. So it's like you can take like same kind of genre, but there is a lot of option how you will represent it, like what kind of mood flavor it will have. It's like aftertaste it will make. So for me like this dirty iron have this kind of like taste aftertaste of it's like decoy and sickness, like you go to hospital something and there's this like stench kind of some kind of you know. so so kind of that's it. Now I can draw some example. Don't know, let's just like draw 4 type pictures from here. So let's see, let's take this guy. So I mean, and here's like talking about like drawing quality. It's like here is not complex perspective. Here's no complex perspectives, like very basic perspective. Like main quality for me, like what I see in the Dirt Iron work, is just his like creative, like his ideas, right? Like he kind of creating this parallel world where is some interesting scenarios, like it looks like there is something happen. So he's like very good concept artist, creating characters, creating situations, and not make them like schematic. He makes them with atmosphere, so you can feel this noir and horror atmosphere. So it's kind of his strong part. When if like we talk, take some artists when there's like, oh, super perspective, like super dynamic, fish eye and 3D and stuff, but they're more look like just fun art and exercise. It's like no much idea there, no much atmosphere, just some kind of like jumping figures. So here again, like you can analyze different artists, and I will do tutorial about this. It's just about how much is important to have analytical mind. It's, I believe it's always better for artists to develop this like um, structural approach. So you have intuition, you have your like passion and feelings and stuff, but I believe like you need structure, you need an analytical approach, and like you really should, and you should kind of develop it. You need to train it, practice it. So in this kind of very interesting how um, just like developing it through your favorite subject, it's also will develop your brains in general, right? So if you're like some kind of school age, you can analyze your favorite artists, like make all these breakdowns, and this will very kind of develop very important quality in your mind, so you can make like this analysis of world around you. Because like take aside your passion, like without ability to use analysis, you cannot do anything. This is what make you human. It's kind of as simple as that. It's just like ability to say what is what. So you just see something, and how do you know what is happening, right? What do you know? What is what? By what is kind of idea of it, like what is definition? It's about organizing into categories. So you're constantly kind of, you need to uh, kind of develop certain categories and put like events or objects or qualities into these different categories, and you see organize categories, subcategories, all this stuff. That's it. Without analysis, without categorizing, you basically don't know what, you can't even comprehend basic stuff like who you are, what happening around, what are you doing. It's like very important, most essential. Hello, Mitch Adventures. Uh, no, what do you mean chart? Like a net? No, I never use. I tried like I was explore different approach how to draw composition, and there's some people drawing like break into right angles. I just can't do it. It's so boring. And all this like lines, geometry. Like Loomis actually, he have a composition chapter when he talking about subdivision. Maybe I will come back to it, but it's so, for me, it's like so boring. Been trying. So here's like symmetrical subdivision. And he call it informal subdivision. And I kind of like, don't know, I prefer just like feel substance over shapes instead of programming kind of them. I mean, right now I draw in this one. I draw in this guy. Так, and I will do him black and white. Так. So this again, I give you like demonstration of what practice you should do. So when you find like your favorite artist, you analyze him, like which components in his work, right? Like what his work is made of. And then you make a couple studies of his work, like recreate, like imagine you is him, like put yourself in his shoes. Say like, oh, try to imagine like you right now is this dirty iron artist. And yeah, of course, I'm kind of like not actually being developing my idea kind of as him. But still I'm working through like physical process, like step by step. And this is also like very useful experience because here you practically you can live through process. Like I say all the time, as artists for us, we should learn from experience. So you theory is just to clarify your experience, to identify what you do, what you work with. But without actually do it, you like it's all pointless. You have no idea what all this notions about. You need a physical experience. So it's useless just sit and watch tutorials or buy books and not actually follow recommendations from these books. I see is like so many students have this problem. They buy books and say, okay, I have these books. Like I draw a couple of pictures from this book. No, it's not couple picture. You just do everything guys say you in a book. Just do everything. And better multiply it 10 times. Так, so here's some. So here we have black. Because through this drawing is also you develop your visual memory. Because it's kind of like once you draw something, you can draw it again. And when you draw it again, you can make some slight alterations. So For other people, it will look like original work. But for you, you've been actually kind of drawing same thing again and again with some slight alterations. Like drawing close, it's in general, it's like that. Because like there is couple standard like type of folds, type of close. Once you draw them couple hundred times, then you just keep repeating it and put some variation. Same with the people pose, camera angles. Unfortunately, it's just like take plenty of time to understand this. That's why I need to tell it every again and again, repeat it all the time. Because like unless you have this experience that many practice, many repetition give you actual improvement, you don't aware of it. You don't believe when people tell you this. People think I just some kind of like talking general words and some kind of inspiration. When it's not inspiration, it's like concrete fact. Concrete fact. Oh, cool. You also have YouTube channel? Oh, cool. Okay, I will check your YouTube channel later. Also, I think it's um, one more inspiration for, yeah, definite for Dirty Iron. It's forget first name, Terada, Japanese artist Terada. And actually, like I say, almost like every artist who draw with ink, they're influenced by Möbius. This so it's even like no need to mention it. Almost every artist who draw like manga style, then influenced by Katsuhiro Atoma. You see it like every time. So this one also remind Katsuhiro Atoma. So and when you like you make this let's say like presumption, right? Like you think like, oh, I think he been influenced by this artist, by this artist, by this artist. So here you have your bunch of artists from who you need to learn. Because here your favorite artist been influenced by this group of artists. So you collect all of these artists in the folders or in a puref, And then you, first of all, you can see like it's kind of, it should click you. It will be like mind blowing inside for you when you see how like Dirty Iron, for example, he is just some kind of a Frankenstein of all these artists. Like almost like he don't have anything he been invented by himself. He just take one piece from this artist, other piece from this, from that. His creative process was to put it all together. So that's why this what you should do. And this is not considered stealing, because you not put these like artist works and like cropping and copy paste from them. No, they're like in your mind. They're already in your mind because you've been studying them, you've been copying them, and now they're part of you. So when you create your work, subconsciously, like automatically, you create this kind of like compound, like unified Frankenstein work. So this is kind of how you get your style, and it can take years. I mean, it's always take years, of course, to develop your style, because develop your style, it also actually means study basics. Because like, if you don't know how to draw basic stuff, you can't say you have style, because you cannot draw. So be ready, it's always take years. But understanding your tastes really helps to be like more literate and do more quality work. And this is what I see like all professionals do. All professionals, they understand, they aware who their influences. Like you're not only artists, but also like movie makers, composers, singers. So here's some this pets. Yeah. And at certain point, drawing details became kind of trick to kind of make a viewer busy. Oh, it's all kind of tricks anyway. Like composition, it's a trick in general. Hocus pocus, kind of. It's like in my, I have also Gumroad, so remind to everybody again, can go to my Gumroad. There I recommend video advanced urban sketching. So there's like 30 minutes, and it's like original system developed by me based on my like 20-year experience of urban sketching. So I've been like travel, drawing. But what is important there is this composition theory. Так, which is just hard to explain shortly. That's why you need to watch this video on Gumroad. Yeah, no, actually, like, I wish to, only draw outside. It's like, I wish I can just go outside and draw, but it's kind of like hard to sell. Like, I sell this like urban sketches not so often enough, so I need to do this kind of work table projects, and also that's why I do this YouTube. Sometimes I work like mural artist, drawing murals. Right now I have some project drawing some paintings for hotel. Definitely like one of most fun thing to do is just to draw outdoors. Yeah, it's like very interesting to observe. You also kind of like you're not locked into building, which is kind of it's really different life. When you like I've been like 10 year, yeah, almost like 10 year daily drawing outdoors. It's like full day, like 5 day a week, sometimes all 7 day a week. So it's just like total adventure. You visit different places, and like how you experience environment is totally different than usual people. It's kind of became some spiritual adventure instead of just kind of casual walk. And you meet a lot of people, you witness a lot of interesting details usually you just don't notice. Because like if talk about artists, after all these years of observing and being able to see what other people can see, if you not draw outside, if you like everybody else, you just go into shop or to metro station, yeah, then you like everybody else. You don't have this like creative perspective kind of, right? You're just like walking. So but once you take like paper, pencils, all your stuff, go outside to draw, and it's like it's like parallel universe. You're like Alice in Wonderland, because this is a very weird It's like most likely you will not sell your work. Most likely is like for kind of common sense of average people, it's just absolutely not necessary. So why someone will do it? Like why you go outside to draw? What's the point? Like so you kind of like socially approve crazy person. Because like everybody go to bar, everybody go to like some event, pay for tickets, but you just go somewhere, standing and drawing, and they're like, "What are you drawing? There's no flowers. There's no like nude females here posing for you. Like, what are you drawing? Like, uh, these pipes and cables on the street." It's like really. And I have this like so many times this reaction, like when I just standing somewhere in an average location, just beginning of drawing, and some people like walking far away and just like, oh, artist, he drawing something. So must be something interesting. So they approaching me and they're like, what are you drawing? It's like nothing special here. It's just what house? It's like what is kind of your subject? Like they even cannot comprehend. Like I don't know how to say. It's like is no for people. For me, it was like a very interesting insight because like I didn't realize how far I went from normal people kind of. So for I understand like for many peoples why people environment like city environment can look very um I don't know even how to say like grim, very empty and gray and boring because these people in general they even don't have concept about um, making environment. For them it's only function, is not experience, is not like art in it. So when I like draw like train station for example, for them it's just like intermediate space kind of like it's somewhere in between, is not actually something, it's between somewhere. So and kind of like this like I say they even don't have category of it, right? So when you don't have category is not exist. So it's not in a category of um, life experience, kind of like which you can enjoy. It's only in the category of tool, just a tool or function. You just go there, you take train, and you go out of here. All you need to do with this place is just go out as fast as you can. And you can tell it. So you can say, right? You can see when it's some kind of like train station with the sculptures, with like some interesting decoration, and when it's train station which look like just like this, like dirty iron artwork, like post-apocalypse kind of. So it's because people who make this location, they treat it this way. They don't want it be a pleasant experience. So and then so first they look at me and they don't understand like what I'm drawing. So like, and you see like disappointment in their eyes. They're like, ah, we saw. we thought you're a real artist, but you're kind of crazy person. It's like real artists will never try to draw something like this. It's like here's nothing to draw. What are you doing? And then same kind of like passerbys notice me approaching me when I almost finish my work. And then when they approach me when I almost finish, it's like, wow, like, what is that? And like, what did you draw? I say like this, like I say it's just like I just draw with this, like kind of like around, like I'm standing here and I'm drawing like almost like 360-degree area around me. I'm drawing my experience of being here. And they're like, what? It's like, wow, it's so crazy. And there was like one time, for example, very um, illustrative kind of conversation. There's like old man, like 70 something year old. He so we start talking about this. Like I was drawing train station, like standing on a platform, just drawing around, right? And he's like, wow, you draw this train station. I never even look around. So like he was living here all his life, like as long as this train station exists, he never even look up to notice all this construction kind of. He say like now he look my drawings, he like start to look around, you know? So it's very interesting. So all this kind of helped me to realize what kind of like meaning behind artist's work. Because one of function, what of kind of meaning of what we do, like first of all, everything actually we see, if is not just rock, like formless rock, everything it's a trace of it's kind of been made by artists. Everything, if it have any form, is being like influenced by artists in any sense, like engineers who have some artist vision, visual artists, decorators, architects. All this is a literal artwork. You're living inside artwork. Our world is a masterpiece. So, and then people, just because we have this like kind of quality of because we're busy with the problems, right? So we have this tendency to how say this words, to make everything like be say, like a kind of like a profanizing. So everybody forget about value and the quality of things around. They only see function. They only see necessity. And if there is some good stuff, they not appreciate it. They take it for granted. So, and artists, we kind of like help people to reevaluate things. And this what do movies, for example. When you see a certain area in the movie, it's it's bring back value of this place. So like for example, you watch, I don't know, like James Bond, and there are certain like locations, different countries, and then now okay, you have this connection. For you, it became like a very adventurous, romantic, and exciting, you know. Так. So, okay, here we have line art, and then I have like premix grays. So here is my light gray. So let's see, light gray. So I just take carbon ink, mix it with water, like in this thing, right? So have like a blunt needle. And so it's very easy to feel this kind of watercolor brushes. Um, so one is so more water, less ink. I have light gray. Then this one is a dark gray. And black. Так. So this guy in general, you see, is like light gray shape, light gray silhouette, right? So dun, 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 dun. So you can notice it's like light gray with some white kind of highlights, but still general shape. It's like light gray silhouette. So if I draw this in Procreate or Clip Studio, so you just like make a lasso around him, make his all silhouette light gray. Так, so light gray finish. So I have dark gray. Oh, I forget chair. So this we have chair. So then we have dark gray for shadows. Some kind of shadow tones. And it's like this ink, while it's wet, is look darker. Later, when it's dry, it will be a little lighter. So this, so you see, kind of like I say, this tone in his work, like he makes these elements. They look like kind of like guts. This pipe. Yeah. Also, if you find like artists who make design of alien, is another special case. It's kind of you can watch it and kind of get schizophrenia from watching his art. and bottle. Bottle's like light gray with black. Так, some kind of dark gray on the back. So then, just to make it little like more vibrating, kind of, you just make second layer of a light gray. So kind of it can be like little more very light gray, but still standing within same value category kind of. It doesn't make it darker, it's just make like some little movement within this value. Так. So no problem. So maybe you can make sky here like a light gray. So and then even like I was talking about how every artist been influenced. You can find how been influenced Möbius. It's not like original source. He also been influenced by other artists. Так, so and black. So let's say bottle. Here's some black shapes. Here already did. Maybe some here. Oop. Anyway, you know this, right? So we have light, light gray, dark gray, and black. Так. Then let's go second. So it's this one. So yeah, so here this like a circle. Circle here is like this circle door. Inside it's like a white within gray, light gray background. So this second type tonal composition. So we have light gray background, white here, and some black and dark grays. Like her t-shirt, you see, is dark gray, and then we have this like black spots. Так, let's make our 5-second breakdown.
Madness. This is Jane Bond art.
Так. Okay. So this one is like curvilinear perspective, or maybe it's like different chambers, like outside chamber is curvilinear, and then so you see like walls curvilinear, but here it's straight lines. So hard to say. Seems it's just like 1 point perspective. So kind of in Dirty Iron, if you take his style, his genre, his taste, and make perspective like in this my previous video of this artist. Um, Look at his name. Anyway, like this kind of perspective. So you will have like your own style. You see, just by make your own combination of different artists, you make your own style. Так, so vanishing point is right in her head. For me, just like I was say already before, this kind of like strong fish eye perspective is more like a trick, which is not very useful in most of artworks. So you can draw this like fish eye dynamic scenes for commissions, maybe. So just like for your fans. But if you draw a comic book or how's it called? Like composition for a movie, storyboard, or animation, a lot of shots will be like this. You can like play more with the camera angles, but you don't need like super extreme perspective. It will be only like in 100 frames. One frame maybe you put with a crazy foreshortening, crazy perspective. Oh, cool. Alex Rodriguez. Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, thank also everybody for being member of a channel, for patrons. It's like it's really inspire and kind of like put a responsibility on me, because I know like okay, I need to do it because people pay money, like even it's not so much to have it is not like my main work, but still kind of you contribute, and I feel like obligated. I need also to contribute. Yeah. Так. Yeah, I think like in 1 month I will back again to make more often videos. Right now a little busy with a project. And I hope next year I can travel. So I will travel to some country and make videos on location, how I draw. Так. So anyway, I don't want to draw too long here. Here we have. So you see, draw this door. It's like using this 1 point vanishing point. So this ellipse is within this square. So here we have this is too high. This. Yeah, you usually like you start to practice some, you get better, but then you will get worse. You can forget. Like it's kind of normal study curve. You learn, you think you understand, but then you feel again like you lose it, and like and then it repeats like 10 or 100 times. It's just inevitable all the time. So like this happened with me with anatomy, like people drawing, and it's like it's like if we have like a learning curve, right? It's like you go like this, like kind of this maybe, right? So here is like very slow in the beginning, and in reality it's kind of it's like this. You all the time you feel like, oh yeah, I finally learned it, and after like, no, I have no idea. After again like, yes, yes, oh yeah, understand. After again, no idea. But then after have all this like up and down, you notice you have general improvement over a long time period. So it's just like it calls like this small like first part is called, I forget, some kind of illusion, when beginners they have this first wave when they feel like they know everything, and after when they meet reality they became like completely discouraged, right? So what is difference with you, like no, with artists who keep working, is that you just keep working. That's it. You just like get accustomed to this phenomenon. It's like, yeah, you get better, then you get worse, then you get better all the time. It's like I have so many times like, yes, finally I can draw like all muscles, like in a different poses. And then after like, okay, now I sit and draw my illustration. And it's like, oh no, everything wrong. Like I can't. Так, anyways, here's like I don't want to draw this disgusting creature. Let's just draw predator. It's like predator here. It's like wow. Um, yeah, I watch like I like early like if you go to Daniel Warren Johnson. Так, okay, let's write here. He have YouTube channel. He do like every Friday. He make live streams. But now I think he too busy with the projects, so it's not so informative like it was in the beginning of his channel. So you can just go and watch his old videos, old streams. Seems like a lot very informative. Then, because it's kind of like it's a video from actual artist. He like you just can see through his mind, right? Then definitely Jake Parker. Jake Parker. Kind of this. All other, I just watch a lot of random videos. Now I listen like art history. I watch about politics a lot. So I kind of like I control myself so much to stop talking about politics on this channel. Take more strategic approach. Obrigado pelo conteúdo gratis. Oh, I don't know even what this language. But thank you for a chat. Yeah, now I listen a lot about ancient Greece. Wow, it's so interesting. Because like I like to study more art history just to be more aware about all this like source of ideas we everybody using right now. Because you know, like you want, for example, like you want to develop your style or make your project, and you're looking for vibes, flavors, genre, and stuff. So you got into work of other artists, right? So these artists can be like people who influenced by Möbius, influenced by Katsuhiro Toma, etc., right? So then you can go directly to Möbius and directly to Katsuhiro Toma Miyazaki. So you see, actually, you see like much more concentrated material from my point of view, you know. And then you can go for source of Möbius, like who's been influenced for Möbius, who's been influenced for Katsuhiro Otomo. And then you go for influence of Zeus artist, and you go back, go back, go back, and eventually this how actually what you learn when you study art history, because you see source of all these artists, how they been like Renaissance is a revival of kind of like Rome and ancient Greece, right? So like Rome, they're being like very like they love Greece. Greece was influenced by Egypt. So you go look this as like wow, so interesting. Like this where they came, they take it from, and it's kind of you go to a very deep archetypical level, and this kind of what I think make you be this like top level creator, because this kind of like what is main difference. uh Only this like top level creators like who making masterpieces, like I don't know, like a guy who wrote Game of Thrones. He's not just guy who sit and write some fantasy. He know a lot of history. He study a lot of history, so he's kind of, let's say, his main passion is not writing, it's history. And then he write about his passion. Just kind of find like writing is like a steam valve for him to let all his knowledge and discoveries to be used for something. Or like I've been watching this Sopranos. Same as like I was like, what makes this Sopranos movie series different from other gangster movies, from other movie series? Like, what is kind of there? I feel there's some kind of layers and depths. And then I realize because it's these people, they're very smart. They have like insane education. So he actually making a lot of reference to like Iliad, this kind of like Homer, and how's called Dante and stuff, you know. So they're not just writing or making movie about gangsters. No, they using form of gangster genre only as a form, only kind of like trick to trick viewers that they're watching gangster movie, when in reality they been uh, watching like some epic, very old epic story. And there is it's some kind of, it's like my intuition, but there are actually a lot of references in the movie which say like, yeah, if you go watch like last episodes of Soprano, yeah, first episode of last season in Soprano, okay, you will understand what I'm talking about. Because like in the very beginning on this first episode of last season, he's like making reference to Egypt, like all this book of a dead, or how it's called. So my point is here, they've been learning this stuff, and this was their source of inspiration, not just like, oh, I want to make Godfather kind of movie. I think like Sopranos, they go much farther than Godfather. That's for sure. Так, so, mm. Yeah, I seen only first Metal Gear Solid in the childhood. Так, Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's like I say, it's just it's kind of what make your work iconic. It's because you go with your references. You going into ancient period. You going into this long time ago roots, kind of more into deep roots. So when you go to this level, when you work on this level, your work became iconic. Some this kind of, I don't know, like look like Godfather, Odyssey, 2000, blah blah blah, Shining. I don't know, like any movie which been like iconic, it's all been kind of like referencing very old narratives. Because it's kind of very interesting. Some kind of like kind of like a jailbreak of viewers brain. So here, this it's like nothing new under sun, and then you go to yeah, it's just like keep repeating myself. You go to watch, go to read. Anyway, now with YouTube is so amazing. Like you can find university lectures about art history. So almost like if you go study somewhere and get a history degree. Also a lot of amazing books like about psychology of art, for example. It's so interesting. Here also pipes. Yeah, also if you help my channel, like just write comments, share video everywhere you can. Just like more viewers I will have, more subscribers and stuff, more opportunities I will have on this channel. So it's like I wish to invite interesting artists, but to make it interesting for them, we need to have more viewers. Because kind of like if I will say like, hey, welcome to my channel, and I have like 100 views. I think it's very possible. So can invite somebody like Nine Monkeys, Cranes. Just need to more exposure on this channel, so it will be more useful for them. Not like the one to bother. Yeah, for sure. I like to talk with different artists, and it's definitely like possible to invite somebody big. It's just to know like I need to have like at least couple thousand views in average, so it will make sense for them, right? So for this need to trigger YouTube algorithm to shows like if you like write comments, share it somewhere, so to show YouTube algorithm kind of this content is good, so it will recommend it to more people, and we will grow. Thanks. Patch from the alien predator. Predator. Here is laser. She look like she just kill main character too early. So okay, maybe this. Some rhythms. Так, okay, so main, like dominant tone here is light gray. Так, how's this? So let's even go a little here. So kind of like how fast it's create this tonal composition. Так, okay, let's wait, it's dry.
Who are you?
My name is Bond.
Jim Bond.
So for dark gray, some kind of can make like a little like transition here. Gradient. These pipes. So again, I say like dirty iron he use Copex, so it's kind of little different texture. It's a more, if you want to achieve like same quality, you better use Copic markers. Here with this kind of ink, it's not so, it's kind of not so delicate. It's a little more raw feeling. Just like all my Copics is finished already. Так, like dark gray shirt. So kind of this, you see, again, it's like key here with this four value is a tonal composition, because once you arrange these four main tones, you can add this like details. So this kind of like minor transition, like some extra values, which is not only four, you can go for some extra values like beyond this four, right? But when you will go to extra, it is will be extra, and it will be just like 5% from this. So this way is much more organized, and it make work much easier, and yeah, it's just like you more systematic kind of, right? So instead of going for 9 values when you just sit and like sweating trying to manage all these minor values, you manage 4 main values first, and then when you see like, okay, need some kind of like little cosmetic adjustment, and then you can go and put some like kind of like tonal correction for which will take about like 5% from this overall work. So just like see difference, right? When like uh, killing yourself, juggling all these 9 values or like endless amount of values, or only work with 4 and after some adjustment. It's just totally different mindset, and you have much more control like this. Okay, so here number 3, we have like dark gray background. Так, so here some stuff. Just gonna change here. Because I'm more like Miyazaki vibes, not this kind of guts. Так. So here he draws this like kind of. It's okay, his creative choice, but it's like a chicken from a kitchen. Так. Now let's just quick. There some kind of coolers on the background. So this one. So you see, kind of like subconsciously, every shape you do, every visual shape, every mark have also metaphorical quality. So when you draw this kind of elements, which is look like guts or worms, you invoke these metaphors even like subconsciously, even if like viewer not aware of it, but it feels like kind of like a swarming worms, or like um don't know, kind of. So yeah, this is what you can see in a different artist's work. You choose kind of metaphor. You choose metaphor you put under your images. this kind of your kind of hidden implication will define this atmosphere, tone, or flavor kind of your style, of your work. So then we see like all these choices for each particular work. Then after you create like a bunch of these works, you create like a body of work, right? So we can see how your choices, your preferences repeat. And then we call it art style because we can see how you keep repeating these influences and decisions. So like Dirty Iron, he kind of insists on this like kind of uncomfortable horror and disease kind of vibe. Even like Tsutomu he for me he feels like more like how to say more mainstream in this sense because he have like him draw nightmares but without sick implications kind of. They are more like admiration of complex structures. It's like admiration and fear of like monumental forms. Так. It's also called imprinting when something in the childhood being like impress you so much so it's leave a trace for all your life. So yeah, maybe like Tsutomu have been impressed by like massive constructions, some monumental architecture, like how he feel lost in this like huge construction. I have like similar experience in the childhood. We go to farm, like to field, like every week in a very early morning. We go through like very huge train. I don't know even how to say in English. It's like train junctions. Like they have like we have like super big train like railways. There's like hundreds of trainways and like train factory, like very huge work area, and we've been like crossing it. It's like I don't know, like 10 maybe kilometers walk through all this huge uh, factory area, kind of with trains, railways, and sometimes we've been like trapped between two trains. So it's like you walk like railways, then on the left railway start to move like long train. You know, there like I don't know how many buses it have. It's like how many carts? A lot. It can move like 1 hour, you know. It's freaking crazy. So one left side start to move, and then you see like other train approaching. So now you like, I was like 9 year old, maybe, kind of like me, my brother, grandma. We're walking in the middle between two moving uh, industrial trains, like how this calls, like, and they like very long time. It was like, what the hell? It's so crazy. It's like these massive things, and I was like very impressed and frightening. You know, it's like wow, this thing is huge. So yeah, it's kind of I think it's leave also interest and admiration to this kind of constructions. And kind of like, yeah, like say this maybe, I'm sure somehow it should leave a trace, this kind of awe, when it's like fear and admiration together. Is they like, wow, this thing is crazy, super cool. Так, so so you see how this background is very complex, abstract composition. It's not just some kind of sci-fi environment. It's rhythms. Так. And here only now I realize, which is again benefit of copying. You notice details you never noticed before. No, only now I realize this one is like a window, and there is a figure, some dude watching. So it's some kind of electric station, maybe. So you see, like he creates this like multiple layers. It's like reads as a symbol, like a V, some kind of like a logo, and also it has this like kind of guts taste to it. And then he put this like world building context here, so kind of this like some uh, dystopian sci-fi. And then he put this kind of element of surprise when you have first impression, and then you discover some more details, which I like also to do in my pictures. It's like when it's like, oh, here is, I will make him black. There is a dude in a window. Black. So let's make a dark gray. Maybe I will use some white later. Maybe I should, like, if I make the wet first, it will be better. Yeah. Yeah, so dark gray has a dominant tone here. So, this. Yeah, and some black. So here I get this kind of like sword here. Oh, так. And number 4, we have black as a dominant in the background. So you see, it's like tonal composition again. Like I say, it can be background or it can be dominant. Just like maybe dominant is more correct here. You look at this as a size of a shape, like this tonal shape, or it's like how much priority of which tone in a composition. So here priority is white on the first one, here priority is light gray, here priority is a dark gray. So and this one priority is black. So here is some dude. So here see this like a story. We can say like story itself here is definitely inspired by Tsutomu Nihei. Tsutomu Nihei been inspired with his Kili walking into mega structure. He definitely been inspired by Miyazaki. He have this how he call it. Miyazaki have this short manga about guy traveling for to find seed, like seed for bread, kind of this. So and also I'm sure Tsutomu Nihei was inspired by Moebius, this character, how it calls. There was dude flying on with something in a desert. Incal, no, not Incal. Um, so here he have like skulls in the shadow. Mm. So here I'm being loose. Because like first of all, just tonal demonstration. And so some of it here. It's like stalactites or stalagmites. Some gray here. So I see here some light and dark gray, but like very much like support, like secondary values. Так. And then yeah, it's also definitely this scene inspired by Nausicaa. Remember when she was like fall under forest? So he take a lot of themes from his favorite artists and then just put some his world building and gets so annoying. Cat screaming on background. So annoying. Can't wait 5 minutes. Okay. So kind of this. Let's make sort like shining. I don't know. Just experiment. So that's it. I hope it was helpful. So you see, main is line, tones, and the process. And I will give link to his Instagram so you can also see yourself he have post about sequence of his work, like what is a sequence in which he draw his illustrations. Yeah, his cat is annoying. It's like walking around meow meow. When I try to catch, it's run away. So it's not so easy to show cat on the stream. Okay, yeah, thank you. See you. See you next time. Так.